Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Wrestling Wrap. This is for the week of March 9th through the 15th. I'm recording this on Saturday, so I'll give you all the current news in the wrestling world up until then. So we're going to start off with the fact that a county emergency policy group held a meeting for the Hillsborough County in Tampa, and the county commissioner, Les Miller, said if WWE and Vince McMahon does not make the call to postpone WrestleMania due to the COVID-19 pandemic, then they likely will. It looks like they are giving them about a week to decide, and if the situation has not improved, it won't be looking good. WWE released a statement about future contingency plans. They said, while we remain committed to hosting WrestleMania at Raymond James Stadium on Sunday, April 5th, we are putting contingency plans in place in the event that it is canceled by government officials, civil authorities, and/or local venues. Now, WWE is in a very tricky position because they're either going to have to announce WrestleMania as being canceled or move to a different location, or the county of Hillsborough is going to make that decision for WWE. Now, with the trend of where all of these events nationwide are going, with all the cancellations, like we've recently heard South by Southwest, Ultra Music Festival, and many more, I don't know if WWE is looking good for WrestleMania. Let me know if you guys think that within the next 7 days, WWE will take initiative, or will Hillsborough County and the Emergency Policy Group handle it. It's going to be a really unfortunate situation if we do not get to see WrestleMania 36 and this is the first year without it. Or maybe with this COVID-19 pandemic, it might lighten up over the next few weeks. Maybe we'll get an upward trend of more healing, less people getting infected, and then in that case, WWE could reschedule for a later date, but not too far from the original date in April. And as of right now, WWE has canceled all house shows for this weekend, and SmackDown Live and Raw are being taped at the Performance Center. Now, that didn't ruin ratings to our surprise, because SmackDown Live on Fox had its best numbers this year so far. The average viewership hit 2.588 million viewers, and we haven't actually seen those types of numbers since November 8th of 2019. They actually finished in first in the 18 to 34 age demographic with a 0.5 rating. Now, SDLive was up 5.6% from last week. I'm thinking people are just probably stuck at home, working remote, and have the ability to relax and watch. Or it's the fact that people are wanting to tune in to see how SmackDown Live would do at a new location, the Performance Center. What do you guys think? Why did the ratings go up this week specifically on Fox's SmackDown Live? In other news, Paige has to miss WWE's SmackDown Live due to travel issues. Now, she was supposed to tape a segment confronting our champion Bayley on the show, but Michael Cole announced that she wouldn't be making it. Paige tweeted out to all of her fans, "Sorry guys, travel made it very hard for me to get there for #SmackDown Live with everything that's going on. Completely out of my control. Very sorry. But at least Bayley is keeping you entertained." Now, Paige wasn't the only one or thing missing out, because due to COVID-19, Fox Sports announced that FS1 is suspending all daily production on live studio shows, just like WWE Backstage, and it's going to continue through March 20th, next Friday. Okay, honestly, who else is sick of this pandemic? Can it be over already? An entirely different promotion, CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, is suspending production on their live events. This includes their biggest show of the year, El Homenaje a Dos Leyendas, at the famous Arena Mexico. Now, Lucha Libre has also had cancellations, like Rey de Reyes 2020. Alright guys, I'm ending it here because I'm honestly tired of talking about COVID-19. But if you have comments and concerns and want to contribute to the conversation, by all means, do so in the comment section below. Next up, a male wrestler who you may know from his TNA debut back in 2006 was recently present on an Impact Wrestling taping in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Scott Steiner had been working over the weekend, and he had collapsed backstage and was taken immediately to the ER. Now, just to clarify, this was last weekend. Tommy Dreamer, Scott D'Amore, and Joey Ryan all went to the hospital with him to make sure everything was good. The most recent update is that Scott is doing well, so we can all be rest assured he'll be making a recovery soon. Now, I said I wasn't going to be talking about this any longer, but I had to make the exception because it involves Kevin Owens. I've always loved him for his wrestling personality and how good he is in the ring, but he's also a stand-up guy. And what makes him even more important to all of us fans is the fact that he cares about everybody. He actually put out a video on Twitter in regards to everything going on with coronavirus and said, "Let's try to take care of each other. Let's try to be nice and kind to each other." I went to the grocery store this morning and I saw people acting in a way where if I were to act this way, I would just be so ashamed of myself. A lot of people feel like what's happening right now is blown out of proportion. A lot of people are afraid. There's no right or wrong way to feel, but I do think the right way to go about things is to be good to each other and to take care of each other. I'm certainly not the first one to say it, and who am I to say anything? I'm not trying to lecture anybody. I just hope everybody takes care of themselves and each other. I think if we try to do that, it certainly can't hurt. Being kind to one another is certainly not going to make things worse. I think being helpful and kind to each other will help a lot more than freaking out over who gets the last bag of frozen peas. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my family, take care of each other, and let's all just keep fighting, and I think we'll be all right. Well said, Kevin Owens. Now, I also got this story from ProWrestling.com, so shout out to you guys. But the funny thing was, they actually transcribed this video that Kevin Owens uploaded to Twitter. And when they wrote one of the last few sentences out in text, it actually said frozen peas, like you're going to the bathroom, instead of P-E-A-S. So I thought that was super funny. You guys are hysterical. Obviously, innocent typo, but it was really funny when I read it. Now, I just want to reiterate how important it is that our superstars lead by example. And what we've been seeing over the last week or so since this whole situation was coined a pandemic is just outrageous. Now, we need to remember to love thy neighbor like thyself. You guys, we don't need to hoard products. There are actually elderly people and immune compromised people that cannot leave their houses and need toilet paper, hand sanitizers, and other necessities. This isn't the apocalypse. We're all gonna be okay. It's literally just a very bad case of flu season. So once we get through it, we'll be good, but we're not seeing the end of the world anytime soon, rest assured. All right, well, that concludes my wrestling wrap of the week. Hope you became another fan of Kevin Owens and another fan of mine. Can't wait till next week. Hope the news is a little bit brighter. Love you guys.